Hey, it's Katherine Norland. If you're new here to my channel, I am an author and a poet, an actress, and I do videos to help people kind of get a hold on going after their dreams and getting rid of the blocks that are standing in their way. And it's all about surrendering to God. That's become so evidently clear. Sometimes we're working so hard and we're striving and we're trying to do this and we're trying to do that, and we're trying to force things in the way we want them to go, and we're trying to make them happen in our timeline. And a lot of that was how I lived my life, and all that brings is stress and anxiety and feeling bad because you feel like you don't compare, or why haven't you made it yet, or how come it hasn't come through yet, or how come you're not doing that thing yet, or why isn't it, we put these timelines on ourselves, and then we end up comparing ourselves to others, and but look, it happened for so and so sooner, and it hasn't happened for me, or it hasn't happened on this big level yet. And there's all these things that get us balled up in knots, that get us sometimes crying. I could listen to movies and audiobooks and just be weeping about my life not being as good as I see in the movies or in the audiobooks. And it's different for all of us, right? Because wherever you are in life, there's always the next level to go. We will never arrive. Interesting, I just got done listening to Will Smith's autobiography, Will. And he hit on this too in his book, talking about how he reached the highest level of fame. He was the biggest movie star in the world, paid the most, and he still wasn't happy. So what can we take away from that? So many of you guys are out there hustling, trying to reach your dreams, feeling bad that you haven't, trying to make it happen, trying to make it fit, and you don't realize that reaching your dreams and achieving your dreams doesn't necessarily mean automatic happiness. That's why you have to find joy every day, having joy in the moment, joy in the journey, as they say. I used to kind of get annoyed when people would say, oh, you gotta have joy in the journey, you gotta have joy as you're going. I'm like, I will have joy when I arrive. But the truth is, I've hit so many milestones in my life that should have brought me joy, but I never stopped to celebrate. Because right before I would reach my target, I would find the next goal and the next level. And so when I reached this one, it was like I just blew past it. I didn't stop to celebrate. And research has shown when you celebrate the little wins, it locks in that kind of behavior to do more wins, And I used to never celebrate anything. I used to think people would be like, oh my gosh, you've done so much. And I'd be like, what are you talking about? I haven't accomplished anything with my life. I feel like I've just wasted my life, and I would be so upset with myself. And so at one point I had to start writing down every month the one or two things I did that felt like they were small little mini accomplishments, because I just was not celebrating along the way, and I want to encourage you to do that. So I had a little notebook for years, and I would write like June 2020 I booked 2 roles on this thing, or whatever month, whatever year. Oh, I finished writing half my book for the book project I was going to work on, or whatever it was, whatever it is for you, that's something that needs to be done. If you're the type of person that's not like me, where you don't celebrate yourself, you don't celebrate the little wins, writing down your little wins along the way, and then when I felt like crummy about myself that I haven't achieved anything, I would go back and I would look through those notebooks, and I would look through the different months. You know what? I did do something this month, and I did achieve this thing this month, and it started to solidify in me You know, not just that there's cause to celebrate, but that I haven't been a slacker. Now maybe I'm the only one that feels this way. Maybe you guys are not workaholics like I was gonna say used to be, but let's be real, I still am. But celebrating along the way. But here's the crux of the matter, what I was getting to when we first started talking, and that is total surrender. So today, in the last couple days, I've been reading through my old journal entries and my old prayer journals where I would write down the things that I was struggling with, that I would talk to God about. That would be my prayer time. And I would tell God all the things I was struggling with, and He would often answer me and tell me stuff. And in some ways, it's so disheartening to see that 5 years, 10 years, 15 years later, that I'm still struggling with some of the same things. And the only difference between then and now, well, I'm sure there's a lot of differences, but the thing that I've realized, I would already have been in a different place right now had I just surrendered to God's perfect will early on. When He started telling me these things, instead of fighting back, instead of having fear, instead of having anxiety. So what is it with you? Because God is always speaking to you. He's always speaking to us. And there's conversations you have with Him, there's prayers you have with Him, and He gives you answers. And you have that deep knowing within your stomach, within your heart, inside you, where you know He's leading you to do a certain thing, and you are opposing it. You are making excuses. You are giving Him a list of reasons why you can't do it, why it's not going to turn out, why you should wait, why now's not the right time, just on and on and on. But I can see now in hindsight, if I just had radical obedience, if I just obeyed when He told me to do those things, I would already be living in my destiny. And if you obey when you first hear Him to do the things He wants you to do, and you just trust, you just jump out of that nest and trust that God is going to teach you how to fly on the way, or He's going to catch you. There's only two scenarios. When we obey God, we may not get it right the first time. We may not do it perfectly the first time. We're learning. This is our first time on earth. But if we jump to do the things He's told us to do, we can trust Him that He's going to complete it, and that He will catch us if we fall, or He will teach us how to fly along the way. And if we just say, yes, okay, God, I don't want to. I'm scared. I don't think this is the right plan for me. But not my will, but yours be done. Right? That's what Jesus had to do when He removed Himself from His position to be fully God and fully man, to experience all we had to do. He had to go through that. Man, He had to go through that crucifixion, which some doctors have said is the worst possible death you could face. But He had to say, not my will, but yours be done. What area of your life do you need to say, not my will, but yours be done? And can you fully embrace and trust that you're going to be okay during that process, that journey is going to lead you to where you want to go? I'm seeing things that I said no to 10 years ago. And now I'm stepping into that, walking in my calling, learning those things, moving into a different career path for myself. And if I had just said yes, if I had just obeyed when God first told me to do these things, man, I would already be there, living in it, walking in it, in such a different place. I can see it. So I'm telling you, so you don't make the same mistakes I do, so you can live the life that you were called to live and do it sooner rather than later. Not wait till it has to get into your thick skull that this life was meant for you to win. This life was meant for you to succeed. And God's going to catch you if you fall. Or He's going to show you how to fly. So just jump out of that nest and keep flapping. Keep flapping until you soar into the sky and you reach heights you've never thought you could reach. Now is the time. This is the place. And you're the one. Live true, love hard, shine bright.